What did you eat on Easter? Did you do anything for Easter?
I ate what people eat on Easter. It was ham.
Ham. So that's
I'm not even going to argue with anybody that claims that ham isn't the Easter meat.
Ham is the Easter.
It's the Easter meat.
It is the Easter meat.
It's crazy that people are trying to say anything else other than that. Why are we acting like ham ain't it?
But I didn't have ham. I was actually kind of bummed. I was looking forward to a nice spiral fucking ham.
Dude, it's the only time of the year I eat ham.
That's the only time of the year you eat ham?
You eat ham other times of the year?
Yeah,
no
dude.
wonder you didn't get ham on Easter.
I'm a ham
No
fiend,
one man
dude.
should have all that ham.
Dude, I love ham.
That's too much power.
Dude, I used to go when I was getting lunch meat, especially there was a shop right around the corner from me. The guy at the deli, he either hated me or was like, yo, this is something I don't ever do. So like I would ask for lunch meat, but I would, instead of thin, I would be like, yo, can you make it thick?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, what? I'm like, just like big ass slabs. Give me like
slabs. Yeah,
and he was like, what? I was like, dude, just slice it as thick as you can. And he would show me, he's like, this good enough? I'm like, can you make it thick? He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I want to cram this in between two. And I even pointed because they had them on an end cap. I'm like, you see those big round, like just big pieces of bread, those big round he's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna cut that in half. I'm gonna put 2 pieces of big thick ham and I'm gonna eat it like a sandwich. He's like, why? I was like, because I will eat that and I'll be good for the rest of the day. I just eat a huge dumb ham sandwich in the morning, and I'm pretty good for the rest of the day.
You basically eat like a white trash snake.
Yes, that's exactly. I was trying so hard. I was like, yo, how can I maximize my money?
Yeah.
And just not have to think about, because like I was thinking about food. I was like, dude, if I don't have to think about this, that's the best food for me.
Dude,
it's like if I don't got to think about it.
It's cracking me up. Imagine you walking out of the grocery store with like a big circular round in your neck. Like from the bread.
With a bone just sticking out of the side. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I would easily do that.
Yeah,
and
he's finishing his ham right now.
But we didn't have ham. We had, my stepdad made ribs, which were
pork ribs.
Phenomenal. Yeah, pork ribs.
That counts.
Does that count the same?
Yeah,
I guess that's pig.
Yeah.
It's pig.
You gotta have pig. You gotta have pig on Easter.
You gotta have pig on Easter.
Wait, so back to this ham thing. So other than sandwich meat ham,
yeah,
are you hamming it up all year?
No, but I would. Like I see ham and I'm like, yo, we should definitely get that ham. And then Alex is like, why are we gonna get that ham? I'm like, what are you talking about? You can cube it, you can fry it up, put it in some eggs. Like the ham is pig. First of all, pig in general is like the most versatile son of a bitch meat in the world. Like you can just use it in anything. Just throw some fucking ham in there. Ham fucking rules, dude.
I think that works with any meat. I think every meat works that way.
But I think I would say if I'm, which I've never done, but the more I think about it, I would definitely would like chunks of chicken and macaroni and cheese. I would definitely do, but I don't ever think to do that. I think about cubing up ham and throwing it in macaroni and cheese. That's where my brain goes.
Funny you say that. I put you. Keep in mind, I was a fat gentleman at a point in time. I was a fat guy. So I have a lot of throwback fat traits that never go away. Dude, once you get fat, you're locked into fat for the rest of your life.
You do have the fat tendencies.
Yeah, so I'm locked in, and I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Right, because I'm disciplined enough that I don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah, you know the limit of your fatness.
I know the limit. Right?
you know
right?
what it is, dude.
So for Easter, we do obviously ham, but it's also the second time of the year where we do a big mac and cheese.
Ooh, yeah.
We only do it twice a year because it is decadent. The way that my wife makes it, it's so good. It's so decadent. It's so rich.
Yeah.
But then the whole week after Easter, you still have leftover mac and cheese.
That's the best part.
So when I was fat, I invented mac and cheese stir fry.
Mac and cheese.
Which is instead of rice, you have mac and cheese. And so every time we have mac and cheese, each day I do a different mac and cheese meat stir fry. So yes, I did a ham and mac and cheese stir fry.
Sure, yeah.
I did a chicken. So we had chicken wings. So I take the time to break up the wings, take the meat out, and put it all. Dude, I am.
That is so fat,
dude. I'm like, yeah, I'm a due diligence eater. Like,
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like if I get crab legs, I don't like break and eat as I go. I like take all the meat out, make it into a giant pile of meat, and I just slam my face.
Yeah,
into
no,
that pile
I believe me.
If
I could do that, I would. I hate crabs, dude. Yeah. I hate the working for it in my brain. It's just like, dude, this is so. And then it's funny because I said that, and then like Alex was like, well, aren't ribs kind of the same thing? I'm like, no. I was like, I know how much meat I'm getting on the rib.
Yep.
I can see the meat.
Yeah.
I don't have to break anything apart. Yeah, I'm using my hand.
For you.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Like with the crab, like the amount of work you do for that one sliver.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But dude, I'm a prep work guy. So that to me, because I was never like, as much as like I do consider myself handy, but I'm not handy enough that I get my fix, like my hand fix, like doing something with your hands, you know? So the way that I eat is my version of measure twice, cut once. So I get all the crab meat out.
Sure.
And then I scarf it down.
Then you eat it.
And I do this. I put in so much prep work.
That's
for each meal.
And
so that I can have it exactly the way that I want it.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
And crab macaroni and cheese is great. Mm-hmm. Throwing crab with macaroni is fucking baller.
Yeah.
But I also like, I don't know. I would love, what's the weirdest seafood you've ever eaten?
I think all seafood is weird.
Okay.
All seafood is basically ocean insects.
It's weird. It's bugs.
Yeah.
It's bugs.
They're all bugs.
Believe me. And look, here's what I'm going to say. When someone makes that argument, like, yo, shrimps is bugs or lobster is a bug. Sure. Mm-hmm. What I am going to say is, if you could give me like a tarantula that tastes as good as lobster, I'd eat tarantula.
I think they do.
Do they?
Yeah, people eat tarantula. And I think
I'm not saying people don't. I'm just saying I've never had.
But from the description, from what I hear, it's very similar to seafood. Well, but without that ocean salt taste.
But I like that ocean salt taste.
Yeah, but you get that earthy taste with tarantula. Yeah. You get that umami.
Yeah, no,
you want that umami, dude. Basically, all land insects are Chinese food.
I guess here's the thing, though. I think because I'm bastardized in the American ideology that, like, I think the biggest fear people have with eating bugs. Mm-hmm. So like when I think of a shrimp and I think about eating a shrimp, I do not have the fear of the shrimp still surviving and crawling up out of me. I think a lot of people have a fear when they eat bugs that, like, they're going to bite part of a bug. Because, like, everyone knows, like, if you cut off a bug's head or leg, they'll still crawl around. Even if, like, I think people have the biggest fear with eating bugs is that they're not fully dead. I think that's the biggest fear people have with eating bugs.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Eating seafood, no, it's not going to crawl back up. It's not going to come alive. It's not going to reconstitute itself and crawl back up your trachea. But what it will do is it will reconstitute itself and then swim around in your juices.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Swimming around. Good luck in my stomach.
Get in my juices.
Dude, if I shit 15 full shrimp, I'm fine with that. And that's the other fear. I think that's the other fear with bugs. Yeah. No one wants to wipe their butt and have a swarm of ants coming out of there. No one wants to wipe their butt and have crickets coming out. Like, no one wants to crap and then see their shit jumping out of the toilet.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you about this, but I don't even want to wipe my butt. Yo, wiping a butt is so gay. Can we just start there? Can we just agree that wiping butts is gay?
That was such a crazy transition. I think people are worried about eating butts. Yeah, but I don't want to wipe my butt.
I don't ever want to wipe my butt.
I ain't wiping my butt.
That is gay.
Yeah, I mean, wiping.
You need to get you a lady. Your lady doesn't wipe your butt.
What?
Your lady doesn't wipe your butt for you?
No, not my butt. No. I don't want. I wipe my own butt. But then again, like I said before, I have pretty clean poops. I don't have to wipe my butt that much.
Yeah.
My butt is almost like self-cleaning.
Now I call her in there like, Mom. I'm done pooping.
You're laying with your face on the floor. I need help.
Oh, getting your butt wiped as an adult would be sick.
I don't know if it would be. I think it would. I think it would suck because they're not doing it the right way.
But they would theoretically. I mean, in the world where other people
you
are
think they're
wiping your
putting
butt,
elbow grease in there?
they got to. But that's the problem. They might put too much
yeah,
elbow
that's what
into
I'm
it,
saying, dude.
They might go elbow deep into your butt.
I'm one of those guys that like I don't know my own strength sometimes.
Yeah.
If someone was like wipe my butt, I'd be like, did I get it all? They're like, no, and I'd be like, all right, I'm making sure I'm done. I'm scooping.
I remember there were times when I was a kid, I was worried that I wiped my butt so hard that I closed it.
Close your whole butthole?
Yeah, just like smeared it close. like if your butt's made out of clay.
Infomercial for fucking. Like Phil Swift is using it for like fucking what is that, Flex Seal on your butt? Just smoothing it over.
I had so many times I had a fear of Flex Sealing my own butthole shut.
That would be. I mean, I knew. So my first stepdad, his sister. So I guess
you've had multiple stepdads.
Yeah, I'm on my second stepdad, dude. My mom's been married 4 times.
But you didn't. But not 3 stepdads.
No.
What there's a
my mom was married, which produced the first time, which my older half brother and sister, and then then my mom was married again, which then I showed up. So my older half brother and sister, they've had 3 stepdads.
Yeah, so you were second marriage.
Yeah, second marriage.
2 stepdads.
2 stepdads.
Nice dog. Nice dog. No, that's the black.
Only dudes, dude.
Yeah. You have so many black traits. It's crazy.
It's why it's funny. I said before, I'm 41. I feel weird even saying the term stepdad. Still at 41, I don't know if there's no real good way to it. Like even if I said like, oh, Greg, they'd be like, who the fuck is Greg? I'm like, my stepdad. They'd be like, why are you saying there's no. You're really damned. You don't have a good title for.
No, if you I listen. I know I struggle with things like this, so I'm gonna ask you. Like my dad is still alive. I know your dad is passed. I know you had a relationship with your dad.
Sure.
Would you have an issue just calling him dad, Greg?
No, I guess it's like I guess I don't think. I don't even call my mom. I don't even.
Stepmom?
I call.
Yeah, Greg's wife? Is that Greg's wife?
In my head, I'm like the birthers.
Yeah,
she birthed me.
Yeah,
I kind of like. Yeah, titles are so fucking weird now. It's like I don't even know. Yeah. I don't even think about it. So like, yeah, I know my first stepdad though. His sister.
I know my first stepdad is a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, my first stepdad.
I know my first stepdad.
Stepdad number 1. His sister, she had a kid who was born without a butthole. They had to make a makeshift butthole for this kid. He was born without a butthole.
They had the jerry-rig a butthole
Dude,
for her?
They had to fucking corkscrew like the wine key into this kid's
butt. Did it
butt.
stay open or did it have to keep?
So he was born without it.
Yeah.
And what they did is for the first, I think like year and a half of his life, he had a colostomy bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to have surgery where they I think they put some kind of almost like a gasket or like a washer.
I'm thinking washer.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
like
washer.
Like a rubber, dude, a rubber stopper.
When I first asked, like, did it stay open? I would be like, my brain went, man, that's a perfect use for a washer.
Yeah,
I cannot think of a better use for a washer.
I think it was almost like those drain stoppers that kind of like they like open and close like that. Those round ones. I think they kind of did something like that with his butt, but I don't know how they manipulated the muscle sphincter. I still don't know how it works.
I would want kind of like saloon doors.
That would be.
But they're only open out. Only out. Only out. Only. They don't open inward though.
You're waiting for a guy like, come on, Pilgrim.
Yeah. No,
you don't want Clint Eastwood buttholes,
I'm
dude.
Kicking open saloon doors every time.
Is there going to be a drunk being thrown out? Is your poop being barrel tossed at her? Get out of here!
Yeah, I'm taking vagabond shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, partner.
I'm shitting out winos, dude.
Every time you take a fucking dump, your butthole's like, well, tarnation.
Yeah, I got to go drop off a drunkard real quick.
My butthole's a habitual drunkard.
It's a habitual drunkard.
Just so,
gotta get him out of here.
I'm sorry, they're playing old timey piano in my butthole.
Yeah, I'm never like, oh my God, I go to the bathroom. I go, you've been cut off. It's time for you to get out of here. You're no longer, your money's no longer welcome
your
here.
Your stomach's acting up and your butthole's like, now I don't want any trouble. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go on, get.
Yeah.
Your buttholes.
No.
Oh, no. You have a Wild West butthole.
Yeah, and they never pay their tab.
No,
never pay their tab. I'm underwater on this, for sure.
You're going to have to open up an old-timey brothel in your butthole.
Just to make it.
There's going to be women canning on the side of your butthole. Your butthole doors are just flapping open.
Yeah, I need passive income because these saloon doors on my butthole are really...
They're coming off at the hinges, dude.
Oh, man, with gas prices the way they are.
You can't do this.
Oh, my goodness.
Not in this economy. Not in this economy at all. But I wish, in my head, I'm like, man, if I had like a fucking... I want a robotic butthole. That would be sick.
But that's what I was. So when I was first thinking saloon doors, I did want something mechanical and robotic, but it's too many parts.
Yeah,
it needs robotics need maintenance.
Yeah, you have to. The upkeep on it, dude, is crazy.
I'm not trying to oil the doors of my butthole.
Your butthole creaks. It's like a door from a horror movie.
Yeah. Yo, and then I got to worry about the fact that if I don't upkeep the butthole properly initially, then I void my warranty.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah. I can't send it in for repairs anymore.
And when you take your butthole in for repairs, then it's like when you go get your car fixed, he tells you a bunch of shit that else is wrong with it. You're like, yeah. And you pretend like you're going to fix it, but you're never going to fix it.
Yeah, well, you don't have to fix it now, but your farter is... it's an older model farter. You're going to need a new one soon. You don't need one now.
Look, you got to bring this in 100,000 poops. Like, we got to... Sidney, your butthole's like way over.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? That's every 2 weeks. I can't afford that.
What are you talking about? The mileage on your butthole, Sidney.
Why did I get these luxury butthole doors?
They're DeLorean doors. You got a DeLorean door.
You got suicide doors on your butthole?
Oh, that would be so sick.
That's crazy. I know that people of a certain class call them DeLorean doors, but other people call them Lamborghini doors. Just to put that out there.
No, dude,
not for nothing.
They are DeLorean doors. Lamborghini doors. Yeah. Get off your high horse. DeLorean doors on my butthole. I'm sorry, I'm not highfalutin enough to address them as they should be.
You got a Back to the Future butthole. You have to go back to 1984 to stop your butthole from marrying your dad.
If I don't stop him, my shits will never be taken. There's a picture of my shits fading away. Like
do off your cell phone, in the files of all
my dumps I've taken.
Is your iCloud just getting more space?
No. If I don't play Johnny Be Good, my parents will know I have to play the guitar.
You have to play.
I have to play the guitar. If they don't kiss at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, I'm never gonna take a dump ever again. My boobs are gonna be gone.
Man.
Yeah, that's not what I need.
No, I want terrible.
I think the upkeep on your if you could have any robotic part on your body.
Yeah.
Like in the future, if they're like, hey, it's affordable and there's not much it's not like a highly dangerous.
I'm sorry, but I'm thinking about the relationship you're going to have with the mad scientist that's working on the butthole doors. Shaler, we got to go back to 1984. Oh, your butthole will never poop again.
He was working on my butthole, but to get the components, he had to lie to a bunch of Libyan nationalists. I told him I was making a bomb.
He might be a terrorist. Your butthole's on a list now.
He's just a wild-eyed scientist, man. He's just trying to. He knows. He also knows that in the end, my butthole must be destroyed because no one should have it.
Dude, if the Libyans get it,
I made a mistake.
Over. Yeah,
I made a mistake building this butthole. I should have never had it. I should have never used this butthole.
So wait, what were you saying? You were asking a question about
if in the future.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
because I consider us living in the future now.
Yeah, I mean 2026 is the future. And I said that a bunch of times when shit is going wrong. I'm like, isn't it the fucking future?
For sure, it's the future.
Isn't it the future now? Why are we having all these absurd, retarded problems? I was like, aren't we living in the future?
We pretty much live in the predicted future of the 90s.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
We're even past that.
We
are past that, dude.
We've surpassed our own imagination from the 90s. We couldn't imagine more than this in the 90s.
Dude, if you look back and you're like, oh, wait, this is taking place in like 2020, and you're like, yeah, dude, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
And then you get there like, oh, this sucks.
That's not our fault.
This is not what we thought.
Dude, imagination wasn't mainstream until like 1970.
That is very true.
Like, dude, if you imagined before 1970, you would either be shot or considered. Do you know that's treasonous? What are you doing,
dude? Actually, it's what is nuts. So after my dad died, I went in the basement and my pop-up had collected, and like they were neat, but I actually have no idea what happened. But he did collect a bunch of like popular mechanics and popular science from like the 1950s and 60s.
Yeah,
dude, the shit that these scientists and engineers were predicting for just the 90s in the
yeah.
It's like, dude,
it was like,
I wish I had those delusions of just like, this is how it's going to be forever. Dude, the smart homes that they were thinking about that like could float up in the air if there was a flood and like all of these things. I'm like, wow, this is wild that they were even thinking of this.
So even if you like reduce it, so that's like a major innovation to the way that they were living then. But then there were also things in those magazines, because I remember I used to get those magazines too. There were things in those magazines when it was like, you know, the future of today, the future of tomorrow, today, right? So then there was the like almost everything had an umbrella in it.
What?
Dude, it was like almost everything they had all these innovative
Our
clothing.
staying dry technology was out of control.
Like, were they soaking wet back then? Like, what the hell? Why are there so many solutions?
It was the biggest fear. It was the biggest
rain.
Fear. Dude, I think what people were afraid of was I mean, they were afraid of chaotic weather. I think that's really what they were afraid of. They were like, oh, what if it rains for another 40 days in biblical time?
Yeah.
We have to be ready at all times for rain.
Dude, I was talking to a young girl that works at my deli the other day because she said something about how when I went in there and she was like, we always small talk the weather because I always end up saying something crazy there. But it's like it's either like sexist or racist. Like,
I was going to say, if you started like, yeah, it's actually sunny. I don't want to wipe my butt no more. I always end up saying something crazy. Man, it is going to be 90 next week.
I basically go to the deli and start podcasting immediately. This is World War Fun in the deli.
I don't want to wipe my butt. You know what I'm talking about.
So like my deal with them is like I allow the small talk because they're very cool about my crazy. They laugh and they have, and I never do it when it's packed. I always do it.
Yeah,
like,
you got to
do
it.
But I specifically go off hours so I can say crazy stuff at the deli. But we didn't have a crazy stuff conversation. We had like a real conversation the other day because she was like saying something about the weather and how like on Monday it was going to be in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never look at the weather. I never know what the weather is. And she was like, what? You don't even see what it's going to be tomorrow?
That's crazy.
And I go, listen, when I was young, weather forecasts were never accurate.
Oh no, yeah, they were never.
They weren't real.
Never good.
They were just guesses. Like weather forecasting didn't start to become accurate until like 96, 97.
Yeah.
But like all up until then, they would tell you what the weather was going to be, and I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I do think it is funny. There was a point in time, especially in the 70s going into the 80s, people would like write news stations like, yo, you got to fire that lying ass weatherman.
They hated meteorologists. They hated them. They were the most hated people in America.
Yeah, you got to fire that piece of shit.
We treated them like priests.
I mean, they were telling us what we thought would be, and it is nuts when you look at before like Doppler radar. Mm-hmm. These were dudes looking at like basically a farmer's almanac. And
for the most part,
they were looking at trends like, well, it was sunny last year.
No, they were doing this. They were going outside going, and holding a wet finger.
What did that big rodent in Pennsylvania say?
Yeah.
He's a good meteorologist, a little bit wacky.
And you don't even see people test the wind that way anymore.
No, they don't.
That's an antiquated way to see which way the wind's blowing. That's how meteorologists determine the weather back then. Dude, the most so I compared him to priest a second ago, but I take that back because even back then, when a priest was caught diddling, we did not treat the priest with as much hate as we treated meteorologists.
We just moved them to a different parish. We wouldn't do that with meteorologists were run out of town. Dude. Yeah. They were stoned to death.
For the most part.
It was wild. Like, yeah, I remember there was a couple, like even in like 1993 and 94 when the Weather Channel like first started. Dude, I remember watching the Weather Channel being like, this is nuts that we can just watch how things are going to happen now. I was like, and I remember when that happened, when the Weather Channel became the Weather Channel, I remember watching like morning news and like nightly news, and you would hear meteorologists kind of shit on the Weather Channel. Like they're like, no, like you could pay attention to these fancy machines.
Yeah.
But really, it's coming from a trusted source.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to trust a computer, or are you going to trust?
Or are you going to trust a guy with a bow tie who was right one
Hurricane
time?
Schwartz?
Yeah, Hurricane Schwartz, dude.
The most famous
Schwartz, dude.
I don't even. Does every region have their version of a Hurricane Schwartz, or is he the most famous?
So from what I know, there was in Philadelphia anyway. There was Glenn Hurricane Schwartz, and then John Bolaris. JB was he was throwing
the
down.
pro. He was a pro.
He was a pro.
Hurricane Schwartz was a little eccentric.
Sure,
JB
but you know what?
Pro.
JB was getting sauced, dude.
That makes sense.
Huge drunk.
He seems like he's from the Mad Men era.
Very big drunk. But Hurricane Schwartz was
gotta
like,
get him out my asshole. JB comes in.
He's got Bolaris. Your butthole had one swinging door on it after Bolaris shows up.
And like a face print of Bolaris in it from him getting thrown out so much.
It just says Bolaris was here on the side of your butt. It's like, I'm not coming back.
Yo, and then he got really drunk one time and went to the men's stall and wrote for a good time, called John Bolaris, and put his own phone number in. He was blackout drunk.
Dude, he was nuts.
Yeah.
But the thing with Schwartz was, and this is also like, this was a time when you trusted people who looked like nerds on TV.
Now we hate them. Well, no.
We
love them again. We hated them a little bit in the 90s.
Well, no, it's not even that we knew they had their place. You know what I mean?
I don't think they were pragmatic.
I don't think we hated them. They were the butt of jokes, definitely. And they were like, "Yo, look at this nerd and this geek with the glasses and the suspenders and the fucking pocket protector." But when a guy in a suit who's like suave is like, "I'm telling you, the weather's gonna be this," I'd be like, "Okay, I believe you." But then if another dude who looked like Glenn Schwartz was like, actually, I'd be like, this guy knows all of it, dude. The guy in the bow tie with the glasses, the nerd, who isn't busy having his brain confounded with pussy. The guy who's not cluttered by tits.
Dude, and just to give an idea of what Glenn Hurricane Schwartz, his vibe, he was basically Rick Moranis.
Yes.
With a bow tie.
Without a doubt. He was definitely Rick Moranis from the Ghostbusters with a bow tie. And you saw these nerds and you're like, oh yeah, that guy is definitely knows what he's talking about. Which is funny because that whole ideology of anybody with glasses being smart it blows my mind that we clung onto that forever, dude. And I still think it is crazy because I had mentioned before, like watching cartoons, and there are cartoons from the late 60s going into the 90s where there was a common trope. If someone was wearing glasses, someone was like, you wouldn't hit a man with glasses on, would you?
Yeah.
And I remember like I brought that up when I worked at a bar once, and they're like, what the fuck line are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, it got to a point where in the 60s, the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and even mid 90s, where glasses were seen as a legitimate disability.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't hit a man with glasses because he's disabled.
Well,
it's a disability.
And that was a twofold reason. Glasses used to be hyper expensive.
Oh yeah, big time
and hard
expensive.
to replace. It would take so long to get those lenses replaced because they didn't even know how they were making lenses back then. I don't even.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Before we get, I'm glad you brought up the lenses.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up the lens. And look, I am only asking this because you are black.
Thank you. Not a lot of people think that about me.
Did you believe, and I saw this online, did you believe that or ever hear when you were growing up that glasses had medicine in them?
No. See, that I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. That is a bastardized version of what it was. And then over like generation after generation, they distill it down to a lesser thought.
Sure.
Glasses were considered eye medicine. Like the glasses were
prescriptions.
The
yes.
Yeah, prescriptions were prescription glasses were the eye medicine.
Sure.
As like a cool way to flip that. It was a cool way to flip saying it.
Gotcha.
Over time, dude, and I say this all the time. You can't, like, slang language gets reduced over time.
Sure.
Like words, sentences, like phrases get reduced to like chunks that reduce to one word.
Sure,
right?
you are.
So over time, with generations of other people not reading, you know what I mean?
Coupled with illiteracy.
Now glasses are thought to have medicine in them. It's like the cargo cult. You know what the cargo cult is?
No.
So there were people in like, I don't know what tribe it was, and I don't know if that's really important, but a plane flew over this tribe, airdropped crates of food and stuff to this tribe.
Sure.
And for the rest of that tribe's history, they started like praying.
Oh yeah, building planes. Yes,
like
yes,
fake planes and like praying to them and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like no, planes ain't medicine. Do you know what I mean?
Planes ain't food.
Basically, planes ain't food.
Planes ain't food.
Planes ain't food, right? But they think over time, over generations, like that first generation might not think planes are food because they see the planes dropping off food and they're like, okay. But then when they're like, dog, man, back in the day, there were these things that would fly past us and drop
food, y'all.
And then we were like, man, it would be so much better if we had that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you got to pray. You got to
do something to the
sky. You got to do something to the sky.
Did you build a fake plane?
Yeah. Maybe we're not honoring the
yeah.
food birds.
You got to show them that they should land here again.
We got to show them. So basically saying that glasses have medicine is trying to honor the food birds. You know what I mean? Like the eye magicians or whatever.
The eye magicians.
It's ocular magic is what I like to call it.
Referring to an optometrist. Where was you at? I was at the eye magician.
Eye magician.
And he formed a magic trick, and now I can see straight.
He's got a degree in eye magic.
Dude, it's pretty... He pulled another eyeball out of my ear, and then he...
I had to guess which hand my eyeball was in to get half off.
It was wild. But yeah, I think it is crazy that in the 90s, we really were still stressing nerd as being like, because you think about like in the 70s and 80s, I guess that was like a hot thing. Like, oh, these weirdos. Mm-hmm. But then in the 90s, we were still going heavy on like nerds looking a certain way. It was even a costume. I remember nerd costumes for Halloween. And I was like, dude, all you got to do is get black framed glasses with like the tape in the middle and maybe get some high-waisted pants with some suspension. Like it blows my mind.
I would be shocked if we've never had this. We've had, and it's tough because we've had so many conversations off mic and on mic now.
Sure.
That it's hard to remember all the ridiculous conversations. We have so many similar theories.
Yes.
Right. And so I would imagine that we could at least agree, whether this is something you thought about or not. We could probably agree on this. But the transition for the way that we saw the nerds had to do with Booger from Revenge of the Nerds.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
So that was the thing too, is when you watch Revenge of the Nerds, you find out that like nerd is not just an aesthetic. It actually comes down to nerd is anybody who's not wanted by what people consider normal or cool society.
Yeah.
So like I remember watching Revenge of the Nerds and being like, Booger's not a nerd. I was like, Booger's not the nerd here. He's not
a bro.
He's just a dude.
Yeah.
He's like actually he's ogre, just not in the frat.
He was ogre.
He's ogre, just
he should
not
be hanging out with ogre.
He should be an alpha beta.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. Like he wasn't. At no point in time did Booger ever. No one ever asked Booger for like any, advice on like any mathematical skills or test taking skills.
We don't even know what his nerd ability is.
Even Lamar.
Yeah.
Like they don't ever address Lamar's fucking.
Well, no, he was computer.
Was Lamar computer smart?
Computer
I didn't remember that.
He was computer smart.
I just remember Lamar. He's the gay one.
Yeah,
Lamar was the gay one, but I don't ever remember Lamar. Maybe because I guess I was too focused on the gayness of Lamar. I never saw Lamar use a computer, so I can't say that he wasn't smart. But I know like when you have like, Gilbert. And Wormser and Yoshi and like all the other nerds who are like very smart.
Yeah.
But then you have Booger who's just like, yo, I am a horned up dude who loves drinking and being gross.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's just a regular frat dude.
So real quick, I looked up Revenge of the Nerds, Lamar nerd abilities.
Besides his limp-wristed throwing style that helps him throw the javelin.
Dude, he javelined the shit.
Well, it's because they designed it for Lamar.
Because it doesn't say that in here.
They designed it for
He
Lamar.
was part of the design process, was he not?
I don't know if he was.
Okay, that's fair. But keep in mind, Lamar, he was the black nerd, right? And that's important nerd. What I'm about to read. So let me pop my glasses on. See how much easier this is now that we have our hands? All right, here we go. During the talent contest, you remember there was a big talent contest.
He danced.
That the Tri-Lambs won.
Yes.
Right? So he showed that he could break dance.
He could rap.
And rap.
He could rap.
And then he also was showing some interest in fashion in the second film. And he also showed some interest in fashion in a deleted scene from the first film. He was they said they had enough gay for him in the first film. And they were like, let's push some of this gay to the sequel.
We're stocked up on gay, Lamar.
Yeah, we're a little.
There's only so much gay the 80s can handle.
We're kind of up to our ears in gay for this.
Who keeps adding this to the script?
And somebody sitting in the writing room. Not me.
I don't know. What?
I think it was Booger.
That's crazy. That was actually meant for worms. I would never.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think it is wild that like even going into the 90s we still had like Saved by the Bell. You had Screech who was, the nerd, but then there was also that whole big other group of nerds that were like they were on the show, but they were all fitting like, the cookie cutter glasses and suspenders and high pants and the socks and the loafers.
I tell you what it kind of reminds me of. A little bit ago, in the cultural zeitgeist, there was an effort of people saying that Asian men weren't represented well in media. And they were always represented as nerds or maybe like weaker men in the movies. And there was an effort to get Asian men to be leads, to show that they can actually lead.
Sure.
And in the 80s, early 90s, there was an effort to show that nerds were actually like viable sexual partners. And they showed that by having nerds get real pervy. The pervy nerd. That's what was Screech was the mainstream perv nerd for a certain generation. Like Booger kind of opened the door for the nerd perv.
Well, yes, Booger did. However, if you go back and watch Revenge of the Nerds, they're all pervs.
They're all pervs.
There's not one of them that is not a pervert.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. They're all horny.
That is very true.
Booger takes it up a notch.
He does crank it up to 11. However, but see, that's the whole thing is like Booger he's raw materials. Mm-hmm. As where like Gilbert, that all the other nerds they had the tools to make their horniness work. Like Booger would have never organized putting cameras in the sorority house during the panty raid. All the other nerds were like, yo, we're definitely doing this. And Booger's like, wow, I never thought of that. I never thought of breaking the law that much. I never thought of doing such a thing.
Everything I looked I looked up like what were Booger's nerd abilities, and everything is like, how the hell was Booger a nerd? Like the internet is like, he wasn't a nerd.
He wasn't.
Stop calling him a nerd.
It's great. He was just in the nerd group because he wasn't as cool as Alpha Beta. Or any other frat for that matter, which I don't know how many frats were at Adams College, but like they really only like stress Alpha Beta and Omega Moon and then the other the Pies. Yeah. So like they don't really go into any other frat. And I guess that is hard when you're at that college. You're like, yo, we gotta have I want to join a frat and be cool. And they're like, yo, you are the gayest dumb shits I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah, I just saw something that was talking about Booger's burp, the sound of his burp.
This burp, yeah.
You know where it came from? It's actually not a human burp. They used an animal sound for his burp.
Was it a warthog?
No, but I'm not, even though that doesn't seem close to the actual animal that it was, like physically, I think you'll be like, that actually was kind of close.
What is it?
A camel.
Oh yeah.
Right? They have a similar little like a baritone. They have
very low.
Yeah.
Very gross.
They both have a similar gravitas to them. Both warthogs and camels speak from the chest.
It is coming up from a nether region and then coming out very, very low. But I just think that, we had. Now I don't even think there is a such thing as nerds anymore. Like the word nerd is not a derogatory comment anymore. It's not a rub or a rib anymore. It's like you can be like, yo, I'm nerding out over this. Yeah. I'm a candy nerd. I'm a fucking movie nerd. I'm a big fucking this nerd.
A lot of posers, a lot of nerd posers.
I think they're just using that word wrong. They're just using the word wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they definitely. It's tough to say using a word wrong because the way people use a word is how that word is now used.
Sure.
We've altered the word. So instead of saying nerd anymore, I say dweeb now for what used to be a nerd back in the day.
Sure.
Which is a fun dweeb is
good.
Word.
Dweeb's good. Fucking geek is great.
Dude, dweeb's never gonna be like appropriated for a positive word. Nobody's gonna be like, yeah, I'm dweebing out.
Give it time, dude.
That's fair.
Give it time.
That's fair.
Do you know how close we are to like? I think so. Weirdly enough, I said this to a buddy of ours, Rick. Mm-hmm. Rick Giuliani, great dude. He posted on Facebook, or not Facebook, Instagram. He put on his A-frame for his barbershop.
Yeah.
Like, don't be ugly, get a haircut.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah, that's going to ruffle a lot of ugly feathers.
So that was the thing. Someone left who didn't even go to the shop, left a 1-star review damning Rick for being like insensitive.
Too ugly.
To people like, like, oh, how dare you? Like, this is toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
It's like, dude. And then I messaged him like, dude, I said this before. We are so close. Since 2015, the slippery slope of like whatever pride in taking, whether it be body positivity or pride in a certain gender or lifestyle, whatever, however, positive or good intended it was, we have been on a slippery slope since then, where we are on the cusp of ugly positivity, where it's going to be like, people were like, oh, you're not dating me because I'm ugly.
Oh, that's already happening,
dude. It's wild.
Well, but it's going the other way. Well, first of all, let me just say this before I get into that, because when you said that somebody left a 1-star review because he put up the sign that said "Don't be ugly, get a haircut," right? I'm going to put up a 1-star review, and it's going to say, I went to Rick Giuliani. I got a haircut. I look really good, but I'm still ugly on the inside. I've never been meaner.
I'm the ugliest person in the world.
Since I've gotten that haircut, I've been demoralizing my wife every single day.
I have become ugly.
My kids now fear me.
I'm unstoppable. I've become a juggernaut of abuse.
I have lived long enough to see myself become the monster. I have got enough haircut to see myself become the monster.
You've shed the rust, and I see the machine of hatred underneath it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man.
Okay, so here's what I was going to tell you. So right now there's an epidemic going on and this is a real social and cultural epidemic, because I'm on the cusp. I stay on the cusp.
I know, right? You stay on the cusp.
So, but this isn't black culture and epidemic. This is just overall cultural epidemic. Right?
Okay.
So, you know what chopped means nowadays? Which is ironic, because when I was young, being chopped meant you just got your hair cut.
Chopped.
Like a chopped man. Do you know what a chopped man is now?
Chopped. I know at one point, wasn't that used for like circumcision at one point in time? Like you just got chopped.
That makes sense to me too. Yeah. Yes.
My boy just got chopped. Like when your son was born, did the doctor be like, you want him chopped? You want my boy chopped? No, chopped is, I'm assuming the slang is good.
Okay.
Like, like a chopper. Like a fucking sick ass.
Yeah, he's got a hog on him.
No, he's chopped.
He's got a hog.
Or in my head, so it goes motorcycle or chopped like a chopper. Mm-hmm. Like, like a fucking sick ass. Yeah, like a fucking, a death from above sick ass war machine.
Yeah,
that's
napalm,
what my brain. Yeah,
fire from the sky.
Like, yo, chopped.
Pray to the firebirds.
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
Ride of the Valkyries.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I like that.
So I'm assuming it's not any of that.
No, it's none of that.
It's probably bad.
It's bad.
So chopped, like he's chopped up, dude. He's been hacked to pieces or something.
That's
like
not
that.
bad.
Yeah, I guess.
It means an unattractive man.
Chopped?
Chopped is an unattractive man. And so what's happening now is all these women are complaining about dating websites and that chopped men are not responding to them. And they're upset that their algorithm keeps giving them chopped men.
But they're also upset that chopped men are not responding.
Yeah, because chopped men have standards that are delusional. So instead of these chopped men wanting to date these women, they go good. Not. Let me.
Now, are these women chopped as well?
Dude, I'm not in an age where women are chopped anymore.
Are the women chopped?
I'm 45 now, and every woman's hot. Especially a woman under the age of 30, between 20 and 30, they're all beautiful, gorgeous human beings. So I'm not. I can't. I
don't look at anything with a chopped lens.
Yeah, I don't see chopped. I don't see chopped women. I only see hot pieces of meat. Man, it's been I think it's been a good decade since I've seen a chopped woman.
Way to grow, dude. Yeah, I don't even see ugly anymore, dude. All I see is hot.
All I see is hot.
All right.
All I see is hot. All I see is hot chicks and chicks close to my age.
So here's what I'm gonna. So, but these women who are
they wouldn't be. Let's just call them average looking ladies, right? All so right. These average looking ladies are complaining that
wouldn't they be called mid?
Yes,
Are they the mids?
But that seems like an insult.
It does.
Dude, mid is so hot. like a chick between 20 and 30 who's mid is so hot. I love her.
I'm gonna walk my chopped ass over there, and I'm gonna marry that mid.
Dude, I don't know who we're talking about. I've never seen her, but I love her so much.
I have no idea
She's
who
beautiful.
So these average women,
Yeah, they're complaining, and they're just like complaining about these guys.
that the chopped men,
Yeah, but I feel like it's all broken now because like men don't have to be attractive. That's not our main thing. Like we can be accomplished and still get attractive women.
Sure,
but women have to kind of be attractive to us. You know. So let me tell you to you this way. Can I reframe this?
yeah.
So my wife thinks I'm sexist, right?
Men ain't gotta be anything. Women have to be hot.
She's wrong, by the way. I'm not validating her point right now. I'm making an argument that she's wrong.
I like where you're going.
Okay, so here we go. All right, so my wife thinks I'm sexist, but I don't think I'm sexist. But here's what I know that I am. You ready for this?
Here we go.
Okay, so I saw a video of a woman. Let's just say she had more to love, and then a little more, and then a little more.
You would say she had an obese amount? A morbid amount of love to give?
A morbid. Morbids on this chick. It was like she had more to love, parenthesis, and a little more, parenthesis, and a little more.
You would say almost a metric ton worth of love to give?
She was borderline. No, she was fetish size. You know what I mean? Like every man likes a thick chick.
Sure.
Thick is
Yeah.
Venus de Milo.
Great standard.
Thick.
Shade chopped.
Dude. But you get a little above that. And now we're talking fetish territory, right? This chick was like 2 times Venus de Milo, right? Sure. So she's talking That
is a wild way to describe somebody. How old was she? Like 2 times Venus de Milo?
She was, Venus de Milo squared.
Just huge.
Yeah. She was exponentially
She's actually
bigger.
like the planet Venus. The planet Venus de Milo.
Yeah, she is she was for sure the planet. She was the planet.
Gotcha.
She was the seashell Venus de Milo came out of. So she was the seed.
Also lost both arms because of her size.
Yes. Oh,
There's a reason she doesn't have arms.
Yeah, she was too big for arms.
Yeah, it was different. It was different.
Her body couldn't also make arms. Yeah. So she was in this video and she was just complaining and saying that she would never date a fat guy. She would never date a guy that was overweight. So any guy that she dates has to be fit and in shape. And I thought that was ridiculous because you're asking, you're going to eat whatever you want. Like, I know what it takes to be fat. I've been fat before.
Sure.
Right? It's a very indulgent, hedonistic activity, which is my favorite part about it. Like, being fat sucks. Getting fat, I think, is the most wonderful thing on earth. I don't think there's anything better. Dude, it is, man, I know people like to compare things to sex to say how amazing it is, but my man, dude, if I had a choice between getting to eat anything that I wanted anytime or having 1 orgasm a day,
that's
guaranteed 1 orgasm a day.
That's crazy.
Or get to eat anything that I want ever and not get fat.
Man, that's a wild thing.
Dude, I'm munching.
Yeah, I know you are.
Munching.
You're going to the X-stream. I get what you're doing. You're going to munch hard. No, I'm not doing that. I would never do that.
No, wait. What's your pick? Are you coming or munching?
I'm coming.
But listen, you can come once a day, guaranteed. It's guaranteed once a day.
Comes.
But that doesn't mean that you can't come like once a month.
I understand.
Like I can munch and come once a month.
I guess
maybe once every other month.
I don't think of food that way.
That's fair. Because you've never been fat.
I've never been fat.
You're not locked in.
I'm not locked in.
Yeah, you're not locked into.
I think the most I've ever weighed was 190, and even then, like I still, and that was just from beer and soda and like crap ass snacks. And I'm not saying the snacks weren't good.
Yeah.
But I was also like, if you were like, yo, you can never have these snacks ever again, I'd be like, all right. I just wouldn't care.
That's fair. Well, obviously, I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like it's ridiculous to live this for this chick. She's going to live this hedonistic lifestyle and expect somebody to live a lifestyle with way more discipline than her, but in her orbit.
Yeah. That is nuts.
That's nuts.
It is a nuts thing, and it's hypocritical.
Also, you can't. How much could you be in the orbit of that much hedonistic eating without getting a little taste? Like eventually, you're gonna want a little taste.
Well, no. See, that's the whole thing with the fetishization of these women is that like the dudes who really find X-treme women. Yeah. Actually, XXL dash stream.
XXL dash stream.
The treams, dude.
Yeah.
As long these dudes, they don't mind. Like they. I don't think they're like looking at it like, yo, I can eat the same as her, or I will.
Yeah.
I don't think they're thinking that.
I 100% agree with you, but in this context, because they don't want people that are fetishizing them, they want real. They want real love. They want real love, right? So, but I agree with you because there are feeders. There are people that are thin men that like constantly feed these, but they want a thin man that's not fetishizing them, that's loving them for who they are. And I know that's a contradiction of perceptions in reality.
Sure.
But assuming that is what that could be achieved, that's a hypocritical standard in my opinion.
Very much,
right? So then I saw another video of a fat guy complaining that all his friends set him up with fat women, and it's insane. He's sick and tired of it, and just because he's fat doesn't mean he wants a fat woman, and he can't be with a woman that doesn't take care of herself. And I thought that made sense. I had no problem with that. I saw him say that, and I was like, yeah, why do the friends keep doing that? He seems like a nice guy. So I'm not sexist, but
I think the friends are like, yo, dude, we're being realistic here.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's what it is. The friends are being realistic.
Well, maybe their friends just have a pool of fat chicks to pull from to hook him up.
They might.
You know what I mean? Like,
so here's the thing. Here's what's so funny though.
Yeah.
So like a big fat woman, or
more to love, a woman with more
too much.
Yeah. No more, please. Even Mikey's done with it. Like, please, no more. This is yeah. Tiny Tim's like, please, no more.
No, I can't.
No more.
I can't do this. I think this is where I think it's with the, and I'm not saying this is all dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying with like these large women.
Yeah,
they don't want to be seen as a fetish. They want like bona fide love. As where like a fat dude, if he found out that a woman who's like fit and in shape, is going to fetishize him, he's like, fuck yeah, dude. She loves my fat body.
Please fetishize me.
She loves how fat I am, and they are looking at it like, oh, like she loves me for me, but she also loves so much more about like the fat dude will make the concessions for that.
Oh, yeah.
At no point in time he's going to be like, she doesn't even love me for who I am.
No.
It's like, no, she loves you for the physical fat body dude you are.
I have never, my wife and I, we've been together for 26 years. I have not spent even one whole second wanting to be loved for who I am. Not a second, in 26 years, have I ever been like, I just want her to love me for me. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Please, no.
I don't even know if my brain, it's not that I'm saying I don't want that. My brain doesn't think that. I'm not saying I'm not saying that like if someone's like, wouldn't you want someone to love you for who you are? Like, yeah, but my brain doesn't even go there.
My brain doesn't even know why that would make sense.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if she loved me for who I was, I would think she was retarded. It's like, you've known me for 26 years. You know who the fuck I am. You can't love me for this.
I don't love me for this.
You have to love me.
Nuts.
You have to love me in spite of who I am. It's like the opposite.
Can you please try and make me a better person?
Yeah. How about this? Love me anyway.
Yeah, regardless.
You're regardless.
Accept who I am. Don't love me for what I am.
Come on, man.
Just know that this is the way it is. The sun sets, the sun rises. That's science.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah,
That's so disappointing.
I think it is, like, I don't know, like, I know. So here was the other thing that I think I was talking to Alex about, where there were women that I knew, and like I'm not saying all chicks, but I did see this happen more with men on one end of the spectrum than women on the other. And the one was that I would like dudes would start to get bigger dudes who would start to like be like, yo, I'm fucking huge. Like not like, oh, I'm a big dude. Like, yo, this my life. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to just exist. Because
I've been there.
So then they start to make accommodations for themselves to start to get in shape. Now they are with a girlfriend or whomever who is also big.
Yes. And that's what they started out with.
And then they are not going down that same avenue.
Okay.
And what I found is dudes who are like, yo, I'm with a big lady. I'm going to get in shape though. I'm not saying she shouldn't, but I'm also going to say, like, if she doesn't, that's fine. Yeah. Because I'm going to get in shape.
Yeah.
I found that when that happens, the resentment from the woman towards the man is tenfold and not the other way. Like when a lady's like, yo, I'm big, I'm going to start getting in shape. A dude's never like, oh, and I'm not good enough. Yeah. It's always like, hell yeah, fucking right.
So the fun thing mentally that happens when a guy is with a woman and she starts to lose weight, he's basically getting new pussy. This is awesome.
Straight up.
I don't have to cheat on you anymore. You are the new puss now.
Yeah. I don't have to cheat on you anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
I was going all over.
I was gonna.
I thought about it, and then I thought it was over there, and then I didn't want to walk over there.
Yeah,
I'm too fat
I'm a hefty individual.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Can I sit? Can I sit and get new pussy?
No, I don't know why this made me think of this, but there should be lanes for getting pussy.
Lanes.
Just work. Just please. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to do a lot of work to follow me on this one. And I apologize for this. But there could be like, let's just say, you are a person that liked like orgies or like not necessarily orgies, but like an open relationship.
Okay.
Right. You're in the HOV lane. That's a high occupancy relationship lane, right?
Sure.
And let's just say you needed aid to get around.
Sure.
That's a lane. Like the sitting, like I sit. Do you know what I mean? Like I need medical assistance to get pussy. Like this is the lane that I'm in. Like I could come over to get pussy if you have a ramp. I need ramps.
I have to call ahead for places to get pussy to see if they can accommodate my pussy getting.
And I need ramps at a specific incline angle. If it's more than 20 degrees, my wheelchair can't.
Excuse me, is your facility pussy getting accessible? I just want to make sure.
Dude, not a lot of facilities are pussy getting accessible in this day and age.
For some.
But that's what I'm saying. They need a lane so that they can still get pussy.
Now what happens if they want to go out of their lane though?
Well, I mean, you can try to play out of your lane.
Sure.
Because it might, like for me.
It's called leagues. It's called
exactly.
Leagues.
So you go out of, I mean, I think that's, the leagues are now, it's now antiquated terminology. It's now very insulting in the zeitgeist to say leagues and to give people a number.
That's insulting now?
Yeah, those things are now insulting. I think they got bastardized by online debate culture so much that they're now bad words. Because there's so much of this online debate culture where men in the I guess the red pill or whatever, the manosphere, are telling women that they're delusional for thinking that they can have men that are in higher leagues and they think they're 10s, but they're actually 7s at best. So a lot of that language has
I see.
conflated into a fireball.
Sure.
You know, so now we don't say leagues anymore.
We say lanes.
Say lanes. You gotta stay in your lane.
I'm sorry, we're just changing the word around.
You gotta stay in your lane.
I mean, like, I will say though, when it goes back to what you were talking about, the guy who's getting bummed that his friends were setting him up with bigger chicks. Mm-hmm. I think really what they're like, dude, it's like, do you want to? It's kind of like, hey, do you want to starve or do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Do you want to starve or do you want this thing? Mm-hmm. And I get why you do.
Yeah.
But it's at the top of the mountain.
Yes.
Like, you want it, and I get it. I know why you want it. Mm-hmm. I want it too. I'm working to get up there too. Can you get up there though?
It's like, obviously you want steak, but listen, you can only afford spaghetti.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
And you know the thing is, you got to
use bread and make sandwiches with that spaghetti.
Look, man, I get the self resentment. You can be in that. Believe me, there are times where I'm like, I get self resentment. Like, dude, I wish I was smarter. Like, I see people doing wildly intelligent things. I'm like, yeah, I have delusions. I'm like, it'd be sick if I could just, like, how people, and this is where I guess this is where the comparison I will make.
Yeah.
Is there are people who are big and like, do I think every person should be on Ozempic who is big? People who are like, yo, I want to lose a lot of weight. Yeah. They're like, okay, well, have you tried eating right? Have you tried exercising? Have you tried?
No.
So they're like, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
I can't do those things. I'm either physically unable to do them or I'm just, my brain isn't built.
I don't want it.
Or I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. So, but then what do? Like, this magic pill comes along or this magic injection that gives them all of that right away.
Yeah.
Now, part of me is like, dude, I wouldn't do that. All the side effects that are going to come with that, all the possible problems with that. However, and for a long time, I was like, I couldn't relate to that thought.
Yeah.
However, I will tell you, if someone's like, yo, man, we know that your brain pan is only this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you research. It doesn't how much you read. It doesn't matter how much you try to learn a thing. Either the brain's not going to retain it or you won't understand it.
Yeah.
Even if you're wildly interested in it. But there is this pill you can take that'll make your brain do all this shit.
Yeah.
I would take that pill in a fucking heartbeat. Even if they were like, yo, there might be a side effect of this, I'd be like, what? How bad could they be?
Yeah,
how
because
bad could they be?
You got to look at it in a multifaceted perception, right? Because there might be a bunch of side effects. Like, I might get explosive diarrhea. I might cry blood for a couple days.
Crying blood would be sick. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. No,
would you rather cry?
I'll go to the eye magician and get that taken care of.
I'll be honest. If someone's like, yo, you're going to cry blood or shit, I'd be like, what is the over? Like, well, there's only a 20% chance you will have explosive diarrhea. But there is an 80% chance you will cry blood. I'd be like, crying blood? That's it?
Yeah. Well, give me a napkin.
Yeah, I was like,
I'll carry a
so you mean I'm
pocket
gonna be?
handkerchief.
You think I'm gonna be? So you mean I'm gonna be smart and look awesome?
Yeah.
Like, fuck
Yeah.
It's gonna be gay. I'm crying, but
so I'll be badass.
Yeah, I'll be, so you mean I'm gonna be like a biblical fucking painting? Sure.
And
fuck
so you can make an inventory of all these side effects.
Sure.
Right. And let's just say you had like 6 side effects that were all pretty traumatic, but then there's a potential that you could have one chick slide into your DMs because you lost the weight.
Sure.
I'm not worried about the side effects. I'm worried about the slide effects.
Squirt. It took you so long to get there.
It was, dude. You see how patient? You see how patient I was? You see how patient I was? Oh man,
dude, you crossed so many bridges to get there.
The new setup adds patience. Dude, I was just white knuckling on my desk.
You don't know what I'm waiting for, man. You don't know what I'm waiting for, dude.
Dude, let's get. First of all, I was going to say let's get into the Patreon, but I also want to say, man, for how tired we were.
Oh, I know.
This was gangbusters. What a fun time.
I was so tired.
Yeah.
I you know what it was? I think it's because I was the fucking Hurricane Schwartz. This fucking weather.
Yeah.
And that's that's what pisses me off too. I never want to be one of those people that, like, you know, when people are like, oh, when you get older, things are going to affect you differently. I never think about, like, my brain just doesn't go there. But when it starts happening, I'm not aging with, like, grace.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like, well, you know, that's just the way it is now. I'm like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Like, you're telling me the weather affects me now?
Yeah.
More than it did when I was in my 30s and 20s? Fuck you.
Oh, I'm suddenly Native American? Yeah. Like, fuck that.
What is
Fuck that.
Like, I have allergies now?
Nah, dog. Nah, dog. Nah, I'm not one with the environment. Fuck that shit.
If someone was like, no, man, you're allergic to this pollen now, I'd be like, that's gay. No, that's not how that works. I'm not doing that. But yeah, we definitely woke up. Maybe it was the desks.
Dude, I mean, it was fun. It was fun. This was fun. Dude, and it was like, and we didn't even have to do any research topic today. We didn't. We just fired. Not to say we never technically have to.
No, we never have to do.
Although anything. That was supposed to be a part of the podcast. We get a little sidetracked. It's World War Fun.
That's the way it is.
Sometimes
war is chaotic.
This is dude, and so it's fun.
It is, and
should be chaotic. Fun should be chaotic.
Do you want any other type of fun?
I don't.
Do you want fucking regimented, standard, fucking fat-laned fun?
It's so funny to me because even when we do research topic, it is still so fucking chaotic. It is. It's the best podcast ever.
It doesn't matter.
It's the best podcast ever.
And we definitely declared war on nerds, definitely.
Nerds.
We definitely declared war on your butthole. On your saloon door having butthole.
I was speaking. Listen, no. I was representing a portion of the population. It wasn't my butthole. I was speaking for a demographic. I was being an avatar.
Demographic of one.
Yeah. I was being an anal tar for a demographic.
Yeah. That I'm hoping picks up in popularity. That I'm hoping more people I find that they're a part of it. Yeah, we definitely declare, and at the end we declared war on the fatsos, which
it happens. Sometimes it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
And I'm not anti-fat. What I am saying is, I don't like when it comes down to the fat people. And it's funny that I remember for a while I would say like, yo, this guy's fat. Mm-hmm. And someone's like, don't say that. He's like, remember when obese was like, you didn't say someone was fat, you're like, yo, he's obese.
Yeah.
And now I've found that obese is now the slur, and fat bodied.
If I start talking, we'll do a whole another hour before getting into the Patreon. This is crazy.
So we're going to switch it over to the Patreon.
Yeah, we got to switch it over.
Make sure you check out the Patreon. Make sure you get on it. If you're enjoying this, you got to get on it to hear what he's going to say about slurs. You get a bonus episode, secret unreleased episodes. You become part of the community, all for just $3. Make sure you pick up the book Solomon, or over 375 copies sold. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys get on it. Please pick it up. We do this every Sunday. I've been Ryan Shannon. This has been Sidney Gantt. This has been World War Fun. We're going to see you over on the Patreon later.